Hello, my trigger-happy friends. My name is Stevie Cade, and welcome to a series I like to call Drive-By News, where we collect all the past week's top entertainment news stories and put them in one segment just for you to get all caught up. Now, Stevie, isn't that just old news? Yep, that's the gig. It's old news. But before we dive into this old news, if you could hit that subscribe button and the little bell ding ding so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Alright guys, let's dive in. Sony's Master of the Universe live action movie has been taken off its release schedule. So that would lead us to believe that they're not making the movie, right? Well, maybe. But the film's star, Noah Centineo, has recently revealed that he's still preparing for the role by bulking up and eating 6,000 calories a day. Either way, Tom Holland's Uncharted adaptation has taken the March 5th, 2021 release date. Jason Lee would like to see a My Name Is Earl revival series come together and wrap up the show's universe. And I don't blame him. I hate it when good shows don't have good conclusions. But Lee has also revealed that he's actually had conversations to try to get the revival off the ground. But nothing's solid yet. If they do, then they're going to have some explaining to do of why Earl's brother looks so different. In a recent interview for his upcoming movie, Sonic the Hedgehog, Jim Carrey reveals what it would take for him to do a sequel to The Mask. Here's what he had to say. I don't think in terms of sequels and stuff like that. I mean, this one, Sonic the Hedgehog, is kind of right for it because we have not evolved the character Dr. Eggman fully yet. The Mask, I think myself, it would depend on a filmmaker. It depends on a filmmaker, really. I don't want to do it just to do it, but I would only do it if there's some crazy visionary filmmaker. Sure. Alright, I guess that makes sense. To be honest, I'm not really all that interested in seeing a sequel to The Mask. I'd rather see a rated R remake and then have Jim Carrey focus on an Ace Ventura 3. Yeah, make it happen. Robert Zemeckis has officially been attached to direct the live-action adaptation of Pinocchio. Tom Hanks has also been rumored to star in the movie as Geppetto, but nothing has been confirmed yet. And speaking of live-action remakes, Bambi is also getting the remake treatment. The project has already hired Geneva Robertson-Dorette and Lindsay Beer to pen the screenplay. Cool! Now we get to see Bambi's mom die in real life. Ewan McGregor confirms that the Obi-Wan series has been delayed, but he also claims it's not as dramatic as it sounds online. Something sounds dramatic online? That's preposterous. Todd McFarlane claims that Spawn reboot news is coming soon. Awesome. Thanks for the update, Todd. Seriously, we've been waiting on this movie for years. I mean, I know in the past year, just on Film Trigger drive-by segments alone, I've reported on the same exact thing 3 to 4 different times of him saying, we've got news coming. I'll believe it when I see it. I want it. I really do want it, but we'll see. Bill fucking Murray reveals that his character Peter Venkman will not only appear in Ghostbusters Afterlife, but will also be carrying a proton pack. He had this to say. When you put that gear on, it's so uncomfortable. It's so heavy. Just to stand there with that weight on your back, tilting your spine. Stop being a grumpy old man. Bill Murray hates those proton packs. One of the only ways they could get him back for Ghostbusters 2 was if they lowered the weight of the proton packs. Bill Murray hates those things. The Mega Man movie has been revived with a new writer, Mattson Tamlin. 20th Century Fox was originally scheduled to distribute the film, but it kind of got lost in the merger with Disney. But if you're a Mega Man fan, it's coming, theoretically. Captain Marvel 2 is also in development with WandaVision writer and directors attached. When Brie Larson heard the news, she had this to say.
Thank you very much.
New Saw movie might have the title Spiral from the Book of Saw. Though this has not been confirmed by Lionsgate. The reimagining of the popular horror series comes from comedian Chris Rock, who is also set to star in the film. I'm a big advocate of comedians going to dramatic roles. They seem to really understand drama better than we think they do. So I was on board with Chris Rock being in this movie. Then he said this. It's still Saw. It's bloody. It's gory. But there's like a sprinkle of humor here and there. I'm not a huge fan of humor being in horror. Let me rephrase that. I'm not a huge fan of humor being in Saw. Now, he did say it's going to be sprinkled in, but come on, Chris. I just hope you don't sneak your Chris Rock-isms in there. Oh, look, I'm stuck in a trap. How am I going to get out? Oh, my God. Was that my Chris? I think that was my Chris Rock impression. I should never do a Chris Rock impression ever again. J.J. Abrams' company Bad Robot is set to develop Justice League Dark. The series will be adapted for TV and film. Great. I would like to personally thank Disney Plus for starting this trend of TV series along with our actual films, but you had to get the streaming site to watch it. And I would also like to thank Warner Brothers for jumping on the bandwagon. That's great. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of the cinematic and TV worlds being one. Like, you have to watch one to know what's going on in the other. Not a fan. I don't like where media is going with this. Just another streaming site. Hugo Weaving's Agent Smith will not appear in Matrix 4 due to scheduling conflicts. He was originally part of the script, and he really wanted to be in it, but unfortunately, it's just not gonna happen. Sorry you had to hear it from me. Doolittle is projected to lose $100 million at the box office. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, personally, I didn't mind the film, but I do blame studio meddling with many of its issues. If you'd like to see more on that opinion, just click right here and check out my thoughts. And that's all I have for this week's top entertainment news stories. If I left anything out, please let me know in the comments below so you can help us get caught up. Alright guys? Also, be sure to check out some more of my videos right here. And as always, stay trigger happy, my friends. Peace.
Became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful